Good morning. It is 9 a.m. on January 19th, 2016. It is a Tuesday and I am at work because I'm always at work. Anyway, I'm actually pretty refreshed and excited for my day. I had a super awesome workout. I mean, everything hurts. Everything hurts and is sore and is awful, but it was really awesome. It was a really great workout. I just powered right through it. I had an interesting book that I was reading while doing my cycle. As you know, you do the weights and then you do cycle. And I'm at the climatic end, and I was like, no, why couldn't my cycle have been slightly longer? I could have finished the book, no. But I had to stop cycling and get ready and come back to my desk for a full day of work. So I won't get to know how the book ends until I'm on the train this afternoon. Why? Why am I a responsible adult? Why can't I just get paid to read books? Can somebody please pay me the same salary I make here to read books with all the same benefits? It'll never happen. Anyway, so I'm super excited about the dramatic conclusion of the book, which is kind of ironic because I have not been excited about this book at all. I've been about the main character, about the world, about the whole situation. It seems very predictable and kind of cliched, and so for me to be but now it's almost to the resolution and I'm actually engaged and I actually care, it's actually pretty awesome because I was meh about the book, the other 80% of it that I read. Anyway, I'll finish up and then have actual thoughts, and I will share them with you, I'm sure, tomorrow. The book I am talking about is Flunked. I can't remember who it's by. It's some fairy tale reform school thing. Anyway, what else is new and exciting in my world? My friend Dee Dee, who is also my coworker, decided that she was going to do the same meal plan and exercise plan that I'm on, except she's only done the meals and none of the exercises. She hasn't exercised at all. And she's like, I'm not seeing the same results as you. And I'm like, it's because you're not actually exercising. If you do half of a program, you will get half of the expected results. And results vary for everyone anyways. If you only have a small percentage of weight to lose, you're not going to lose as many pounds as quickly as somebody who has a large percentage of weight to lose. So, you have to consider things like that. But especially if you're not doing any exercise at all, you're just eating slightly healthier, well then you will have a much slower downward progression. It won't be as swift for you, my dear. If you're looking for instant results, you're going to be disappointed anyway, but if you're looking for significant results in a quick period of time, you need to actually put the effort in and not say things like, I'm scared of weights. Okay, well, I told you I would go with you and I would help you, and I told you that I would show you exactly how to do each of them, and you don't have to go crazy and be over there lifting 30 pounds. You can be on the light end of the scale doing 10 pounds, and if 10 pounds is too heavy, you can do 2 pounds. And if 2 pounds is too heavy, you can do it without weights, and then work your way up. That's what I did. When I first started this let's actually think about maybe our future fitness thing 3 years ago, and joined a workout group 2 times a week. I was working out, and the first group session I went to, I was using 3-pound weights, and I pretty much passed out in the class. That's what happened with me. I was using 3-pound weights, and I got dizzy, and I had to sit down, and I could not finish the class. I did half of my first class. And then you work your way up. You start at the bottom, and you work your way up. And it's a slow, steady climb. You don't just think you're going to magically get there, in an instant. You didn't get fat in an instant, so you're not going to get fit in an instant neither. You're going to have to put in the time and effort and exercise self-control and consistency, and then things will pay off eventually, slowly, in the end. but it's a slow process with lots of ups and downs. I think I already talked about this, how it's like people expect it to be this like straight line down, but really it's like you go down and then you go back up and then you go down further and then up a little less and then down, and it's like this wiggly line, and you start here and eventually you're here, but the in-between is this big cycly mess. It's not straight. But whatevs. Like, people just, I don't think a lot of the mentality that surrounds exercise and fitness is really toxic and unhealthy, I think. So it emphasizes you're a failure if you don't fit into a neat box pretty quickly. Like, I'm pretty sure people look at me and are like, oh, that girl, she needs to work out, she needs to exercise more, she needs to do something, she's so fat. And I am. Objectively, I am. In comparison to what I was 3 years ago, I'm very fit, I've lost a lot of weight, I've toned up. But in comparison to, you know, what I looked like in high school, I'm like super much heavier than I was then, you know. But you can't just look at somebody and decide based on what they look like if they're healthy or not. Like, my local gentleman is incredibly fit, but he eats junk nonstop. He's 26, so that helps him. He's younger. He works out constantly. He's very active. He runs, he jumps, he's very physical. But like, what he puts into his body is very unhealthy. It's all sugary sodas and energy drinks and like fast food. And like, he doesn't, for me, I'm like, well, you do have an amazing body because you work out constantly, but what you're putting into your body is kind of highly toxic, and you should really consider maybe eating less processed foods and more, you know, foods in their raw state. Buy yourself some vegetables and chicken and cook it. You know, like, not to be terribly judgy, he's very, very fit. Nobody would look at him and look at me and think I am more healthy than he is. He's obviously much more healthy, but the choices that he's making, the foods that he's consuming, it's going to have a detrimental long-term effect. And as he ages and is less fit and is more sedentary at his desk in his life, those choices are going to catch up to them like they did to me. I'm not saying I was perfect at 26. Oh my God, no. There's a reason why I got very overweight. And the reason is I went from being very, very, very active and very, you know, doing all sorts of things and eating terribly to being I just sit at my desk and I work and eating still terribly. Anyway, I'm just saying. It's been a long process, and I don't mean to rant about like fitness and weight loss and all that stuff, because I know it can be a very touchy subject and people have very strong opinions on it, and I don't want to get shouted at too much on the internet. I'm just saying, for my darling coworker who I dearly love, she's not going to see the results she wants to see if she only does the meal plan aspect of it. I mean, she'll still see results. They just won't be as dramatic or happen as rapidly as if she were to combine the actually intense, very physical workouts with the meal plan. But yeah. And what is this meal plan that I'm talking about? It is the 1 month makeover plan by Charlotte Winslow, I think. She's like this cute little teeny bopper girl. And I don't ascribe to most of what she talks about on her videos and stuff, but it is effective. I have seen a good deal of progress with it. So there you go. Tiny little plug for that lady. It's $15. Like, can you get more affordable? You download it one time, $15, print it out, and you're done. Like, that's super, for me, it was a no-brainer. Like, I can spend $15 to have a meal plan and an exercise plan and follow it. And even if it sucks and I don't do very well and I don't get great results, I'm only out $15. It's not like I joined Jenny Craig and had to pay like $200 just to start and then buy all of their crap food. Anyway, I kind of am ranting about fitness things today. Oh well. I think I'll stop. I think I talked enough, and I will stop. And tomorrow I will tell you all about the book that I finished, and whatever whatever else might have happened in my life between now and then. Mystery.